So today, ladies and gentlemen, in a return to screenshots, we're going to get serious for this podcast because I want to clear up any confusion as to what the greatest comic book movie could be of all time. We hear a lot of craziness of Spider-Man, Batman movies, whatever. But for those of a certain generation who waited, in some cases, a quarter century to see an adaptation on the screen, we were heavily, heavily pleased. We're talking about Conan the Barbarian. Now, in 1982, after many years of development and script and producer and director carnage to get it to the screen, it finally showed up. Now, we're not going to be talking about Conan the Barbarian, the whole movie. We're going to talk about its opening salvo. And I mean salvo. The opening 5 to 10 minutes of this movie are so good. The opening credits and the creation of Conan's sword got a standing ovation when I was at the Paramount Theater in Campbellton in 1982, and I mean a standing ovation. I don't mean a sitting ovation. I don't mean a little bit of clapping. People went nuts, and I tell you why. In the opening scenes, we find out that Conan's father is a blacksmith, and he is a sword maker beyond parallel. And in the scene, his character off screen, played by William Smith, the great character actor, is creating the sword. And when the opening credits run with the uplifting score, you see the piece of steel being created, the key piece of steel that links the whole movie. That where Tulsa Doom, destroys his family to get it. That he must get back. Conan must get back to avenge his family and his people, the Cimmerians. Now, as the opening scenes goes on, we see the William Smith character, Conan's father, give a speech to Conan to teach him why the Riddle of Steel is important. Now, I'm going to do the soliloquy for you, and I hope you know the fact I'm not William Smith, but I'm going to try to do my best. So just listen, and I'll tie it in when I get the end of my speech. Fire and wind come from the sky, from the gods of the sky, Conan. But Crom is your god, and he lives in the earth. Once, giants lived in the earth, Conan, and in the darkness of chaos they fooled Crom. And he took from him the enigma of steel. But Crom was angered, and the earth shook, fire and wind struck down these giants, and he threw their bodies into the waters. But in their rage, the gods forgot the secret of steel, and left it on the battlefield. Conan, we who found it are just men, not gods, not giants, just men. The secret of steel has always carried with it a mystery. You must learn its riddle, Conan. You must learn its discipline. For no one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. And he points to the sword and says, this you can trust. Now imagine 1982, waiting all those years to see Conan. The comic book was so legendary in my family. People knew every character, every scene, every artwork. And to see that on a big screen and such an important opening scene. The rest of the movie, well, obviously it wasn't a letdown, but if the movie would have ended right there, we would have been totally satiated. It was so perfect for its time, for its creation. There's been some revisionist history through the years that saying, oh, well, Conan the Barbarian is, a Schwarzenegger movie. It's not really a good movie. Foolishness. If you're a Conan the Barbarian fan, again, and you saw that movie the first time, you're saying, my God, who went into my mind and took the thoughts of what Conan looked like? Conan was perfect. His girlfriend, Valeria, was perfect. The people that were helping was perfect. James Earl Jones at Tulsa Doom was perfect. Doom's minions, the two bodybuilders, perfect. Max von Sydow in there as the father that instigates Conan's search because he's trying to retrieve his own daughter because Tulsa Doom has, Twitter pated her. What an opening scene. But ladies and gentlemen, the only thing you can trust in this world is steel. Steel is strength. It could be personal steel, emotional steel, physical steel. Steel, that is the riddle you can trust. A steely resolve, a steely personality, be like steel. Don't be like spaghetti. Don't be anything but steel. So on this Tiger Woods Sunday, where all of North America and billions of people across the world are celebrating the return of possibly the best golf player or one of the best athletes of a generation, congrats to Tiger. But on the focus today, maybe if Tiger Woods would have been more like steel in all those years when he was basically straying from what he was called to do by Crom, if you believe in Crom, maybe he would have learned the riddle of steel many years before. You must be like steel. Have a good day. Bye.